What is up, YouTube? Welcome. And today, this video, pretty cool one. And it's a little bit different than what I typically post out and talk about. But a lot of what I do involves crypto. And a lot of questions I get or see in my chats are, what are you guys using to convert crypto to fiat? What exchanges? All that kind of stuff. So I was introduced to this platform, this site I'm going to show you here in a minute. Just a few days ago, I was checking them out. I did some transactions and I love it. I think this is actually a really great tool here that has been recently introduced. I think you guys are going to like it. So enjoy this video. Before I get too far though, just remember this is for educational purposes only. I'm not your financial advisor. Okay, so this is called Spritz, and they publicly announced this back in April 2022, created a waitlist / queue of beta users, and then fully launched that beta phase Q3 of this year. So around September is when all of this got started. We can see get beta access. By the time you guys watch this, we might be in the next phase and just fully launch, no more beta. But I'll probably do an update on these guys by then, or maybe not if things don't change too much. But anyway, so as you've probably noticed, Spritz says right here, pay bills with crypto earned from, pretty much anything in the crypto space. Or if you just got crypto in general, hey, guess what? You can pay your bills with that. Now, I have never seen anything like this. There might be other platforms that are doing this. This is just the first that I've seen this, and by golly, it's a good one. So let me scroll down here because they've got you can see what kind of bills you can pay. Pretty much everything: credit cards, mortgage, utilities, student loans, car payments, and more. And they got 4 really easy steps. You're going to create your account, add your bills, connect your wallet, which is awesome. So the connect your wallet portion, you can see here. So they do accept Coinbase, your Coinbase wallet, MetaMask, Wallet Connect. With the Wallet Connect, that pretty much can go with a plethora of different ones, Trust Wallet, all that stuff. But once your wallet's connected, once you add your bills, then make a payment. And these guys cover the swaps for you. The swap fee is dependent. I'll show you the actual little section in a little bit, but just in short, so you guys know up front, it is as low as 1.5% per transaction that you do, up to 1.95%. And it's really based off of your transaction volume per month. So if you're sending 5,000 or more in transactions every month, then you're going to pay the 1.5%, which honestly, you guys, is pretty low and competitive with centralized exchanges. So anyway, pretty cool. They accept a lot. We can see here stable coins and favorite tokens on Polygon, Ethereum, Avalanche, BNB Chain, Arbitrum, Optimism. Now, I do know they plan to add more on here, but even that alone, like USDT or USDC on the BNB chain, super cheap process and approach to converting crypto over to fiat. In regards of just like the transaction cost to send to your decentralized wallet, it's BNB is super cheap. But I think that's pretty much it from what I want to show you guys on this main page. A quick note as well is this is not offered to the non-US people.
Count me in. Nope.
So if you are living in the US, great. They are working on adding this or making it available to non-US members. And actually, that was one of the FAQ questions here on the main page. So they are offering to those in the US, but those not in the US, they're working on it. It's just for them, they want to be, fully regulated with what they're doing, and they want to make sure they're jumping through the right hoops. So let me talk about a little bit of some pros and cons that's really it in a nutshell, you guys. I'm gonna go through the back office and show you in more detail. But let me talk about the pros and cons just really quick up front, and why I really like something like this that Spritz is offering. Okay, so when you have something like Spritz that makes this process of either paying your bills, you can also send to your bank account or send to someone else's bank account all in one step without, I mean, using your favorite supported token, as long as it's on a supported network. I mean, if I have, what do they have, like Polygon, for example, they take care of the swap. So I could send Polygon from my decentralized wallet, for example. They'll take care of the swap. There's that transaction fee. And then I can pay a bill with it, or I can send it to my bank account, or I can send it to someone else's bank account, all in one step. That is crazy good. And another piece of this that I do find more easy, just when we're comparing it to a centralized exchange, like Coinbase is the one that I use, but all of those exchanges have a little bit more intense KYC. So there's light KYC that these guys are needing to do, because, I mean, they are running this as an MSB, a money service business here in the US. And I'll actually show you guys that registration here in a bit, but I want to talk about the KYC portion, because I'm all for making sure when it comes to taxes that things are reported correctly. But there's a difference between tax evasion and avoiding taxes or deferring taxes. Tax evasion is illegal, but if you are able to avoid taxes or defer taxes legally, then obviously that's legal. But these guys are not reporting to any kind of tax body. So in the US, specifically IRS, they are not obligated to do any kind of tax forms or reports for myself, for example, or reporting what I'm doing with them, my transactions. They're not obligated, and I've had chat conversations with them, and that is something that they're just not doing in general. That doesn't mean, though, that I can use Spritz to do some tax evasion. I feel like that's always a big question or a hunt for those in the crypto space of, all right, we gotta evade these taxes, we gotta find these back alley processes, so the IRS or your tax body can't find out what's going on. I'm not endorsing that at all. I'm just letting you know that these guys are not reporting taxes. They're only requiring a light KYC, which is nice. And so as long as you guys do things correctly and legally with whatever you may be doing when it comes to taxes, then you'll be good. Okay, a couple things I want to show you guys just as I was doing some due diligence and looking into this site, because in the end, we are giving them our money. They are doing swaps and supposed to be sending it to wherever we tell them, right? If we're paying a bill or if we're just sending this to our bank account or someone else's. I just wanted to do some due diligence and check these guys out because it's the first I've heard of them. So I did look up Chris Sheehan. He is the founder of Spritz. And let me just show you on LinkedIn what I found. All right, so good news is Christopher Sheehan, he is on LinkedIn, and I was just scrolling, checking out what he's done in the past. We can see that he has this on his experience section from January 2022 up until now. So we can see here that he has started this, at least listing in his experience, January 2022 up until now for Spritz. And if you want to check out whatever else he has done in the past, I mean, this is his LinkedIn, so you guys can check that out for yourself. And the other thing I wanted to show you was the MSB. And before I show you the MSB registration, let me just talk about a little bit of what Spritz is and is not. So this is the About section, like the Help Center for Spritz. So they've got a bunch of general FAQs, but just to be clear here with what Spritz is, they're not a bank. They're registered in the US as a money services business, so MSB, and they are a regulated non-bank financial institution. So we control our on-chain crypto and custody of our digital assets. I do like this. They say they take regulation seriously And so when it comes to inside the US or other countries, they just want to make sure that they are doing things correctly, obtaining the appropriate licenses for whatever they are doing here, which is helping us swap our crypto and then using that, converting it into fiat and then paying or sending to our bank account. But I did want to look them up, their registration number for the MSB, and see if I could find them. And sure enough, when I search them, they do come up, and looks like Connecticut is the state that they are involved in. If I click this hyperlink, it's going to give me this nice little paper here, digital paper. And something important to note, because a lot of platforms that I've been involved with that end up scamming or rug pulling, they get an MSB and say, look, we're legit. This first sentence right here is important to understand. So MSB registrant search web page is not a recommendation, certification of legitimacy, or endorsement of the business by any government agency. This is just for them to be operating with what they're doing here, then and for them to be doing this in compliance and legally in the country of the US, for example, then this is something that they will need if they don't want to get in trouble. So we can also see the authorized signature date was end of March, which makes sense if they publicly announced this in April, and then Q3 again is when around there they officially opened the beta phase. So good stuff, you guys. Overall, things look really good. And let me show you the back office. I'm gonna log in and go over all of that stuff. Okay, so I haven't talked about this yet, but I'm logged in here. If you guys are ending up wanting to get started, then I would highly suggest that you check out my link in the description of this video and use my link, because what these guys are doing is if you sign up with a friend, or in my case, you know, a referral link, an affiliate link, and then right now the promotion they have going is, hey, if you pay a bill worth 50 or more, or send to your bank account 50 or more, you and myself are gonna get 50 bucks. They're gonna reward us. So you can see here, I've gotten a reward of 50, and it's only gonna benefit you guys. So if you wanna get started, you like what you see here, check out my link in the description, and you'll get an extra 50 or whatever they have currently offering at that time. I know previously it was 20. So right now it looks like they're doing a little bit of a limited time and doing 50 currently. But this is the main dashboard when you guys log in here. Now, when you first register, you are going to have to verify yourself. When I created this, it only asked me to put in my name, my birthday, and my phone number, and I just verified my phone number, my email. But when I made another account to do some testing, it did ask me to upload my driver's license. So you might be able to get through without any kind of ID submissions, or you might need to, depending on, actually, I have no idea what they're looking at to determine that. But this is where you can go, and if I click here, you can find your bills, add a bill manually, or you can pay someone else. So this is the one that I tested out, paying someone else to their bank account, which is pretty cool, right? Instead of me having to send directly to my bank account and then from there send somewhere else, I can just send directly to someone's bank account and just use the supported tokens. But it's important, if you guys are wanting to pay your bills with this, to use your name that's associated with those bill statements. If you don't, you might have to look these up manually, but regardless, if they are requiring KYC and you use your encrypted name or your gamer tag name, you might not be able to get through. But let me show you the find your bills. It's a pretty cool feature here. If I click on this, it's going to use method to connect my liabilities. I'm going to hit continue. And then on this page, I'm going to blur out all the important stuff, but we can see here, I've got an auto loan, mortgages, and then a bunch of credit cards that it has pulled up automatically based off of my name, I'm assuming. So I can check these, enable which ones I want to start paying with crypto. And then let me go back here and show you guys with the this connect wallet. As I mentioned at the very beginning, there's 4 steps. Connecting your wallet, they will take MetaMask, Coinbase, and then Wallet Connect, which you can use a bunch of different decentralized wallets. So Exodus is what I use for a lot of things. Yeah, and I mean, I have no idea what these are. Trust Wallet is also something that you can use. So when you are paying a bill, or if you are sending to a bank account, someone else's or yours, it's going to pull up your connected decentralized wallet. So Exodus, for example, and then on the Exodus app, I'm going to have to approve that transaction on my end before that money is pooled. And it's just some good stuff, you guys. I really love this site and what they've done here. So when you put in a transaction, it's going to be in this in progress tab. It's going to say pending. And then right here, when I click completed, it's going to show you the amount here, who it was paid to, the network. So I really like this. And I can even view the transaction on the blockchain, but very organized, very simple, really easy UI. So this is the tab, the page, if I wanted to pay bills or to send to somebody else. Another section that I tested was just sending to my bank account. And if I click on this off ramp tab here at the top, then this is where you can go to add your bank account. It functions pretty much the exact same as if I was sending to somebody else. So I added my bank account, and then it'll show me the in progress and then the completed. And another cool thing is it can take up to 2 working days for your bank to credit the account. So I tested this. Yeah, within 2 days, this showed up in my bank account. So really awesome, you guys, for me to take my USDT and send it through here, connect my Exodus wallet, and then put in the transaction amount, pay the fee, boom, Spritz takes care of the swap fee and sends it off. All right, so let me show you guys. This is probably the last thing, and then I'll do some conclusion stuff with Spritz. But once you have your wallet connected, I can toggle between the different networks they offer, and then put in the amount. So I've got 45. So if I wanted to use my Ethereum, let's say I wanted to put $30 worth. If I click the drop down for the details, we'll see that it's going to charge a 59-cent Spritz fee. All right, so this is the fee structure, the visual, and the breakdown. Pretty simple. They've got 3 different fee tiers. If it's less than 1,000, you're paying 1.95, 1,000 to 5,000, 1.75. And over 5,000 is 1.5%. Now, this is based off of a 1 month period. It's a total transaction amount, and that is anything that goes towards you paying your bills or any kind of ACH bank transfer to yourself or others. It's going to be one big bucket here of what it's looking at. So once you start getting into these next tiers, that's when it's going to start taking the that new fee amount. So they got an example here. If you pay $100, it's a 2% fee. But then if you pay a $1,000 bill in the same month, it's going to be a 2% fee on the 900. But then once you break that $1,000 tier, you're going to fall into the next tier, and that remaining amount is going to be 1.75%. So in this case, $100. Pretty cheap, you guys, honestly, especially if you're one that you know you're going to be doing more transactions on a monthly level or basis. 1.5% for something like this, where it's one step and I can just send directly. They're going to take care of the swap, and I can send it to whoever it is in the US, pay a bill, or send to my own bank account. Pretty dang good. And so that's how that's going to work. And we can off ramp this with this button. Once you do this, if you guys are familiar with how decentralized wallets work, it's going to pop up my wallet, ask for approval. And then once I approve it, then it's going to put this transaction through. So pretty simple and straightforward, unless you're completely new to all of this and have no idea how to use a decentralized wallet. Then I would suggest go watching some YouTube videos, because there are a ton out there that go over all that stuff. I mean, I use Exodus personally because I like them, but I've tested Trust Wallet on here. I've tested MetaMask and Exodus, and it all works great. It's just, I guess, personal preference of what you want to use. Each wallet has its pros and cons. But Spritz itself, what these guys are offering, only for the US right now. But again, the ability you guys to transact in this way in one simple step is what I've been waiting for. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little introduction of Spritz. Again, if you want to sign up and you want to get some free cash, as long as you meet that criteria, use my link in the description, and you're going to get some free money, and I'm going to as well, from Spritz. Thank you guys, and I will catch you on the next one.